Hi there, it's Tom, and today on this video I want to talk about a question I get asked quite a lot, which is what broker is going to be best for a trader that's just starting out. Now there are loads of brokers out there, there are loads of fantastic options, and there are some that I think are a little less user friendly than others. So today I just want to cover a few brokers that I've used in the past, that I've spoken to traders who they've used in the past, that I think are really suitable for beginners. And if I was going to go back and start my trading career fresh again, these are the brokers I think I would want to begin with if I was fairly new, didn't understand all the concepts necessarily, and just wanted something that was easier to use than potentially some more advanced broker setups out there. So let's get into it. Just very quickly before we dive in, if you're still struggling with your trading, or you'd like to know more about how mechanical edges are traded, I've put together a free video course for you that will map out and explain everything in detail, along with walking you through exactly how the mechanical rules actually work. If you'd like to watch that after this video, I'll pop a link in the description. You can click through and you can watch that straight away. So these are the key areas that I would look for if I was looking for a great broker for a beginner trader. Now we've covered a few of these in detail on videos before, things like the low spreads and commissions, competitive minimum contract sizes, so I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail on those. In this video, I'd recommend you go back and have a look at the videos we've done on risk management, on spreads and commissions in the past. But I want to talk through a few of these other features. So the first one we're going to cover is basically easy to navigate the platform. We're going to go from there. Now these aren't in any kind of order, and okay, if a broker's missing one of these, it's not the end of the world, but as a package, this is what really represents a great broker for newer traders. So let's get started and talk about what we mean by an easy to navigate platform. So what we're talking about when we're looking for a good trading platform, something that's easy to use, okay to master, and offers a lot of support. Well, TradingView is probably the best example, I think, that it's easily accessible. You're not tied to a specific broker. You have your choice of quite a few brokers, and overall, as a layout, I think TradingView is an excellent website. It's really easy to understand where you are on the site, what you need to look for. So, for example, if you're looking for a particular market, it's very clearly up here. You can see the markets in different sectors. It's not confusing anyway. It's not difficult to find those, which it is on certain brokers that I've used in the past. And, you can easily select, say, the major currencies. We'll go here and, we can easily pick them up, okay? TradingView is not ideal because it is, the standard account is free, so you will get ads that'll pop up from time to time, but loading yourself in, very easy to see the outline of a market. You can check the advanced chart, which is what most of us would use, and here we are on the main screen. Now, if you've watched some of our previous TradingView videos, you'll kind of know the basics of how this works. It may seem a little overwhelming when you're opening up TradingView and having a look at, what's going on here. There's an awful lot of buttons down the side, down this side, there's up here, there's things that you may not have seen in other platforms before. So it can take a little bit of time to go through, but TradingView have some excellent guides on their site, and a lot of people have put out guides, ourselves included, to help you go through TradingView and understand basically the basics of how to use the platform. I mean, there's a few things that I particularly like about TradingView it's worth pointing out. I mean, in terms of watch lists, it's quite easy to create one here, save the markets in, so you can always come back and find that, really simple to do. In terms of planning out trades, for example, one of the things that I really like about TradingView, and things that newer traders sometimes struggle with, is to understand R and long and short positions on trades. So, up here you can set your short position up. Visually, it's very easy to confirm, where's that stop loss distance. If we're placing the entry here, we drag the stop loss up, potentially move down, drag the profit. We're easily going to be able to see now what our risk and reward ratio is. And if we want to go for a 2R, we don't have to do any calculation, any measurement. TradingView does all that work for us. It explains it in a really simple way. Other things, for example, the alerts, the replay function if you've got a pro account on TradingView, and just, really the usability of it, very simple load up. Obviously, we're just on a web browser here. We don't have to download any programs. And it's those kind of things for beginner traders that you may just want to dip your toe in, see how a platform works, that I find really advantageous for new traders. If we compare it to something like MetaTrader 4 or MT5 even, the fact you have to download those, if you've used MT4 or MT5, it's not as intuitive, it's not as easy to get a grip with. They're very powerful platforms, don't get me wrong, but it's not as user-friendly. So something like TradingView or one of the basic in-house platforms, for example, like IG, they're the type of platforms that I would want to begin with if I was starting out trading again, just to be able to get the very basics correct without any of the unnecessary extras that come with some platforms. So next up, let's talk about availability across devices. Now, what I mean by this is depending on, how you're going to be able to trade, whether it's on a certain, PC, a laptop, a tablet, or even a phone, can you access a certain broker? Now, if you've seen previous videos, I talk about my kind of opposition to trading on a phone and even on a tablet, but I know that's the only way that some traders can get started. So it's always good to have a look at, how diverse is your broker's platform? Is it accessible on a number of devices? I've just loaded up, say, the App Store here to show you that, the IG app. Now, I have it on my phone. It's good to check. I don't use it as my primary source of trading, but it's a good app. If I had to, I could probably trade just using the phone. And as you can see, loads of brokers have iOS apps. They have Google Play Store apps as well. We're looking here at Oanda, for example. We can go down CMC Trading, plus 500. TradeStation is a popular one, even TradingView down here. So there's a lot of apps out there. Again, as part of looking for a great beginner broker, if you're going to be trading maybe on a tablet or, even just checking your trades on a tablet or a phone, make sure that the broker you're going with has a really good or at least a decent mobile application if that's something you're going to be using. So, TradingView, for example, if I was going to use that as my main broker, is it good to link my account on my phone if I need to do some checks on trades, watch for alerts, for example, while I'm away from maybe my main PC? And that's always something that's worth considering as traders. Over time, I say most traders find that the deeper they go into trading, the more you'll need to trade on a laptop or a proper desktop, but having a suitable iOS or Android app is going to be really useful nonetheless, and it's something that's always worth checking. The next area I want to focus on is how useful a broker is at helping you out and teaching you how to use the platform. So for example, on here, I'm just on the IG site, and once you log into IG, you get access to these pages. So the community section, which again has a load of FAQs, has a load of support here. You can go on the forums, ask other traders. You can go on the FAQs. You can go through guidelines if you wanted. And even the IG Academy here, with a variety of courses to help you get started on trading and on their platform. And it'll answer the majority of questions. You still have access to the help section here. If you need it for whatever reason, you can go through, check to see if a topic's already covered, or if not, you're able to ask the IG support team. They're not the best I've ever used, I'll be honest. Over my time though, most brokers kind of support teams are a little slower than what we would need ideally. But it's good to see they are there, and it's at least a contact that you can use. And again, not the only broker that does this, but IG, I think, particularly with the academy and the community sections, it does this really well. So it's worth kind of looking into a broker that does that. TradingView fall a little short here, I would say. The support is okay, but I don't find it as good as some of the in-house broker platforms that I've used in the past. But always make sure that if you're looking at a particular broker, you have something like this to help you learn the basics and get in touch with the team if there's anything missing that you need to know. And the final thing I want to touch on, it might seem really obvious, but having a demo account accessible to you is the best place to start for any broker. Even if you're not a beginning trader, I think it's important to try out their platform on a demo. And certainly I think this is where TradingView shines as well. You can upgrade to a pro account, it gives you more features, but all the features, like all the basic features that we would need, are available as free on TradingView. So you don't have to sign up with any broker, you can just basically, search for TradingView, go on the website, and this is where you get to. And so it can be a massive advantage to have a broker like that. Not just TradingView though, of course, most major brokers will give you demo accounts. Important to check that, you can use the platform, it's accessible, etc. And download a demo account, try it out for a bit, see how the support is as well. Just send them some questions in case you're unsure about anything else. It's always best to find these things out while we're still using a demo account. There's no money on the table before you get into live trading. And obviously then the results matter even more. So that's one more thing to look out for. It might seem obvious, but I've seen a few brokers before that don't give out demo accounts, or the rules on the demo accounts and the spreads and etc. are very different from what you actually see in the live accounts. So it's worth doing a bit of a check through, absolutely. And so those are my key areas, guys. I know we've covered quite a bit there, and I know I mentioned obviously looking at the spreads, the competitiveness there in terms of placing trades, which we've covered on previous videos. But those areas that we've gone through today are really the areas that I would focus on if I was going back to be a beginner again, and I wanted a broker that was reliable, was easy to use, it was easy, the accessibility wasn't an issue, I could use it on various devices, and it just made my life that little bit easier when you're starting out as a trader. It can be an uphill battle at the best of times, so having a broker that's not going to let you down is kind of a critical point, and it's better to find that out at the start than, sort of struggle along with a broker that just isn't working just because you think, oh, well, I might as well go with this one. How different can it really be on another site? So don't be afraid to do that. I've said this before, with brokers, it is a little bit subjective. So stuff that I've covered here that I think is really useful for beginner traders, you may disagree, but certainly with sites like MT4, MT5, or Pro Real Time is another one, for example, those advanced trading platforms, they're the ones that I would really recommend newer traders stay away from. Just get used to a simple platform and kind of cover the basics of trading elsewhere, things like risk management, things like journaling, finding a consistent strategy before you try and learn a really complex program, a really complex platform. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching as always. If you'd like to find out how we trade, a little bit of information from our team, links in the description about booking a call in with one of our team to just find out how our strategies work. Other than that though, hopefully that's been useful, and I look forward to seeing you on our next call. Thanks guys, take care.